Can't you see I'm on the computer? Huh? Can't you see I'm working on the computer? I'm trying to do these comments here. I'm on the computer. Okay? Oh, excuse me. I'm on the computer, Lefty. Can't you? Hi everyone. Good morning. I hope y'all are doing good. We have a rainy day out there today, so we're gonna try to poke around in the garage a little bit. We've got to do the first oil change on the GPX, so I figured today would be a good day to do that. I've got my oil drain pan. I've got the oil. We've got to take off this bash pan down here. It has a plastic crash plate on the bottom, so we're going to remove that. I'm pretty certain I see the drain plug right on this side, so we'll pop that out and get it drained and get some fresh oil in there. You can see the supervisor's on the job over here. He's got his tools out. His tools consist of a big piece of cardboard to lay on. I like that. OSHA approved. Alright, I think what we've got is an 8mm or a T20 Torx. One bolt up here, and then the back end is just held in with the lip that goes up over the swing arm pivot. So it looks like just one bolt. Alright. Oh, how do you like this? This is a DeWalt light that I've got recently. I've got to thank Leanne. She caught my video back when we were still out in Arizona, and I had to borrow Chris's. He had a Milwaukee light. You remember that light? Awesome. I was working up under the truck. So she sent us some funds so that we could pick out a light and purchase. And I've got this DeWalt. This is nice. It's got a magnetic base. So it's also like rigid hinge, so you can prop it in all kinds of different positions and it'll stay there. And magnetic, except everything here is aluminum. So aluminum. Oh, there we go. It's very magnetic. And it's got a hook. So thank you, Leanne, for sending this. It's got 3 brightnesses and it's USB rechargeable. It has its own battery, so you don't have to swap out like with the tool batteries. So it's a standalone light and it puts out plenty of light. There we go. Now see, it just has it's like a hook, so it goes up and over. And yeah, at least this pan is nice and finished. I remember on our 250, our 2021.5 TSE 250, it looked like what they had done is they had taken an existing pan and cut it to make it fit the 250, and this edge was just raw from like a saw blade, you know. I could just imagine them right as they're getting ready to ship them out and putting the one last piece on, and they hand 100 of these to the guy and he runs over to the bandsaw and cuts them all. But this is molded, so much better. I'm glad to see that improvement. Okay. Actually, Lefty's onto something there. I've got more of his certified tools here. Yep, we got one big drain plug. And one thing I noticed, they have a mark on it. They put a marker line on it. I'm guessing that they put that on there after they tighten it and torque it. And they've got, you know, like a QC check line on there. Interesting. So it is the only bolt on the bottom of the engine. So I've got to assume that it is the drain plug. Okay, I'm gonna have have to dig into the special part of my tool tray here. My little Craftsman socket set that I've owned for 15 or 20 years, it only goes up to 16 millimeter. But I have a couple of single sockets, like a 17 and a 19. There we go. That were not part of that set that I acquired over time, so they get stored up in the upper part of my little tool case there. All right. So you know that I've always used these plastic drain pans when we do oil changes on the rig. So we got back here, and after I collected up all my stuff from my daughter's house and Mom's house, I had 2 of these and a third one that's the round style with the little pour neck. So I have 3 oil change pans that have been collected over time. Let's see how good I am at this. You know how you do it. You keep pressure on the bolt as you're threading it out. There we go. Well, it's not dirty, I wouldn't think. You know, it's oil that was in the bike when it got here. And I've run it for, it's got about 10 miles on the bike. So my thought was, you know, treat it as just break-in oil. I want to drain it and get any manufacturing particles that might be left in the engine, get them right out of there. So that's why we're draining it. So then we'll put fresh oil in, and I'll run it for a few hundred miles, and then we'll change it again, and then that will leave in for a long time. Again, low maintenance engine. And I'm putting in 10W40. It's a motorcycle wet clutch oil. Oh, I also want to thank Leanne for the clock. You remember the clock that we put on the wall in the rig a couple weeks ago? She sent us funds to get a clock and the work light. So thank you, Leanne. I've said it before that you all treat me a lot better than I treat myself. I don't splurge on convenience items for myself for whatever reason. Hey, I get them for him, my daughter, but for myself, I don't know. So thank you all for treating me so good. So I think it just takes a quart of oil. I have a liter. I actually have 2 liters. I somehow ordered it twice. I think I had put an order on Amazon and forgot, and then I ordered it from Rocky Mountain, and they both showed up. So I'll just put the second one in one of my milk crates, and it'll be ready for the next oil change. So not a big deal. Okay, so as far as torque, there. Good and tight. German torque spec. Good and tight. Yeah, it just doesn't need to be over tightened, but snugged up pretty good. So it feels about the same as what I loosened. So all we need is my funnel. You know, it's funny, as I was looking through one of my milk crates here, I have several different funnels. You know, one of them is specific for changing the oil in the generator. One of them is specific for putting the oil into the rig, into the 7.3 that threads into the oil filler tube. And then, like this one here, was always used for the motorcycle, but you can see it got damaged. The tip got broken off. It just, you know, it's gotten brittle over time. So I want to get the bike kind of sitting level. I'm going to put something under the kickstand to try to stand it up. It does have a sight glass right here with a min and max fill amounts. So I don't know exactly what the capacity is, but I think it's close to a quart. Dust from the garage. There we go. Yeah, this reminds me, my friend was telling me, Tim was telling me, there was a car that he had in the shop one time, and when they took the valve cover off, he said there were a stack of the foil of the seals from quarts of oil. So somebody was taking the cap off and just boom, and the little seal there, like sometimes they have them that stick in the lid, but they stick to the top of the quart of oil. He said there was a whole bunch of them right inside the valve cover. So this is a liter bottle, but I need a quart. So how much of the bottle am I going to use? Who knows that off the top of their head? Getting close. So I'm just going to tip the bike a little bit just to get it fully straight. It's got to all drain down. But I don't know if it takes a quart. That's just my guess. Yeah, I remember there's some engines that actually have it like molded and stamped right into the cases, you know, the capacity. It'd be nice if it was stamped right into the side cover here, but I don't see it anywhere. It's close. It's in the range between low and high. Just going to let it sit here a couple minutes, settle, and then we'll check it. What I got left? Yeah, there's not much left in here. We'll let this sit here a few minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and dump the rest of this in there, which isn't a lot, maybe an ounce. There we go. That's good. I'm happy with that. Alright, we've just got to put that bash plate back on, and I am going to work on my chain guide on that side. It needs to just move just a little bit to line up better with the chain, so we'll jump over there and take care of that. Okay, let's get this put back on. So again, it just has the one bolt up in the front, and this loops up over the swing arm bar back there, like the frame mount, and holds it up. There we go. Okay. Yeah, now let's work on this chain guide over here. Now this lower chain guide, it needs to, the way these work is they have a ridge down the middle, and the chain rides right over that ridge. So that ridge goes in between the rollers. I can see at least one bolt that holds it in place. I think that might be it. I think no, there's a second one from behind. Yeah, it's off. It is off side to side. They have what looks like a couple of spacer washers moving it that way, which is not the way it needs to go. It needs to come back this direction. So I'm guessing 8mm again. That looks like 10mm. Is it? Yep, it's 10mm. One of the things that we don't ever really talk about on the channel here is the topic of politics. Kind of scares the crap out of me. Yeah, they definitely have a couple of spacer washers in there. So I'm going to try this one more time, riding it. And if it pops off this guide again, then I'm going to have to take out one of those shims and move it over. Good morning. I hope y'all are doing great today. Quick video today. I know y'all are here to see who's going to be the winner of the drawing head unit. So yesterday evening I sat down and I did the drawing for the drawing, so we'll get that video put in here so y'all can see who won. And by the way, you all are awesome. So you know we always have the comment scammers that come and try to tell you that you've won whatever it is that we're giving away, and then they try to get money out of you for shipping the winning item, which is just ridiculous. So yesterday, I got a message from a couple of you who had been contacted in the comments. You know, they put a reply. It was very poorly worded. I'll see if I can find it, and I'll put it on the screen here. So I'm going to call this kind of a half-hearted attempt. They did have my logo on their account, and their reply was something like, you know, we've selected you as the winner, so text this number. And their account name is actually like a WhatsApp number. So thankfully, as far as I know, nobody got taken in by their little ruse. But a few of you emailed me and asked if it was legitimate. And I hate when that happens, because I have to say, no, unfortunately, it wasn't legitimate. That's not me. But when I got those messages, I went to YouTube immediately to the comments, and you guys had already blocked them, reported them, and they were gone. All the comments were gone. So I wasn't even able to click on one to report it and block it myself, because you all had already done it. So so when I say you all are awesome, that's what I'm talking about. You were very quick on stopping them. So thank you all for doing that, because I would hate for anybody to get caught up in that. So that's hopefully the end of the scammers. They'll probably jump on this video. So just like I always say, I never contact people in the comments to tell them they've won. I always announce the winner in a video. That's what today's video is. So if you do get those replies to your comments, just report them as spam. And just like y'all did, very quickly, we get them stopped and blocked. So thank you all for doing that very much. Oh, I've got to share something with you. I just got a text from Dalen. She just graduated from bartender school for the last, I don't know, 8 weeks or something. Every Sunday, she's gone for this class where they get certified to be a bartender. And she just completed it yesterday, was her last class. And I'm so proud of her. You know, she has a good job, and she did this just to do something more, which I think is really cool, because there's nothing better than having multiple income sources, right? And I'll bet you she'll have a lot of fun. Congratulations, sweetheart. I'm very proud of her for doing that. All right. Okay, it's time to do the giveaway drawing for the drawing head unit. I'm happy to pass this on to someone that can put it to use. Got it sitting right here. You know, part of my way I'm wired, I'm glad I always package stuff back up like this. Otherwise, this wouldn't be ready for somebody else to put to use. So, call me crazy, but that's just how I roll. All right, I've got the video pasted in here. We've got 333 entries. And here we go. Let's see if this works for us. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Where RV? I so enjoying your videos. My system just died and this would be a welcome replacement. Good luck to everyone. Outstanding. So where RV _ EH, you are the winner. So how I do this is, you've got 3 days. Send me an email, thecampulenceman@gmail.com, and then I can get your shipping information from you and get it sent out. And I'm happy to give this away and have somebody else see how great it is to have one of these units. This is not a commercial for Joying. Y'all know I've been using them since I first put one in my daughter's car many years ago. I do a lot of listening to podcasts on Spotify while we're driving. That's probably my favorite thing to do when we're driving. Really makes the time go by. All of you that have done long distance road traveling, listening to like radio shows. Have you ever listened to old time like Mystery Theater, old radio shows? The Shadow Knows, those kind of things can really pass the time. Like hours will go by listening to that. Or listening to a game, like a baseball game. Something about listening to a baseball game on the radio while driving in the summer. It just fits together and feels really good. And that can be, well, you know how long baseball games are. That can pass a few hours of time. So WhereRV_EH, thank you for entering. Thank all of you for entering. And let's get back to the video. He's almost done. Okay. Hey. I know. It goes against your soul. I know. I know. It's so tough. I know, it's so hard. That was a big one. Thank you all for being here with us. Thank you for the patrons that are keeping us going and keeping us motivated. All of you that come here and watch the videos and leave us comments. I really appreciate it. Lefty's really happy when people order his stickers. If you want stickers, go to our website, thecampulanceman.com, click on our store, and we can ship you out some stickers right away. Everyone, again, thank you. Take care, be safe, and we'll see y'all again really soon. Excuse me? What are you grumbling about? I hear you. I don't know what you want. Sir.